everyone, and welcome to the vlog. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are, well, first off, time for the Street Speed 717 weather report. And it is a gorgeous day, a little bit chilly, a little windy, but overall, very nice. Got to turn that light off. Today we are going to pay the ticket that I got. Not even pay the ticket, I keep saying that, but I'm going to give the police my registration and information for the car so that I don't get a ticket. So we're going down to Harrisburg, back into the city to do that, and I am giving the cop a Hey Buddy shirt, because if you didn't see that video, definitely check it out. It's a good one, and it's getting a pretty good amount of views so far, so I think people like it. I've come up with a rather ingenious solution for where to keep my stuff. Since the McLaren has no glove box, I got a nice little holder for it that you're gonna see in a second. Very fancy, much like something Troy Sowers would do. And underneath my carpet here, I'm going to keep it. So here's all my info right here in this folder. Right there is the temporary registration that I really needed in the video, and I did not have it, but now I do. All tucked away in the frunk, ready to go.
Gotta get it, then okay.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Sounds good.
Oh, hey, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, man?
I'm here to sign more posters.
Yeah, boy. What's going on, fam?
How you doing, bud?
Good, how are you?
Hey, now, I got one question for you guys.
What?
Where's Pat?
Tits. Pat quit.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Did Pat really quit?
Yeah, dude, yesterday. He texted Shane.
It was Sunday.
Yeah, he texted Shane.
You guys are fucking with me.
No, seriously.
Thank you so much, Dan. So I turned the camera off. I was like, I can't fucking talk about Pat quitting now, like on the vlog. And Dan walks in. I'm like, Dan, did Pat really quit? He said, no. You guys are such, I fucking hate you, Curtis, and I hate you, Shane.
Yeah.
The fuck are you doing wrapping semi-truck fenders?
We're out.
That's what these are.
It's one Mustang.
Gotta be. Oh, wide body.
Wide body.
You're right. What, Dan?
Are we opening this door? Yes.
Who's coming in? That Dodge. Oh, boy.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna work. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's need a flashlight.
No, this is the tightest it's ever been through here. Yeah.
Well, it's been in here before, right?
Yeah, but in the back.
It comes in the back.
Yeah.
Look at this shit, guys. Look at that.
Just leave it here.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you got in a little more to the left, it would fit. But that's close. And you can't fold in Dodge mirrors all the way. I'm going to sign posters. That's what we're doing. I'm signing more posters. We got a couple hundred more since yesterday that I have to fill out here. Each one, again, is hand signed by me, and all these are available for sale on the InChainDesigns.com website. 4 different designs to choose from. Front, back. Oh, actually, sorry, this one's not on anymore. These 4. So this front, back, close up, and the McLaren. Now wait a minute, you can't just drop that on me off a camera.
What?
You arm wrestled a fucking ox.
Dude. 3 times.
Kicked his ass, didn't you?
Always. Jesus Christ. It's the hooves, dude.
By the way, Shane called me today. We now have international shipping once again, so for you guys in Canada, you can order anything you want from InChainDesigns.com.
First class shipping.
First class shipping to worldwide, I guess, pretty much.
Yeah, so it's more cost effective. You just don't get insurance and tracking.
Once again, luckily I had my GoPro Hero 5 with me and my suction cup mount, and it was on and running, which I do think that's a really cool camera angle there on the back little windshield thing. Let me know what you think of that camera angle. But I stopped and was talking to a police officer, and I was hoping he could help direct me to where the station was, where I could turn in my 5-day card that I got from the video last night. And he said, sure, pull up there, and we're not doing anything. We'll pull up behind you, and you can just turn it into me. And when he came up to the car, I don't know if you can hear the conversation. I haven't tried to edit it yet, so I'm not sure if any of the audio comes through very well. But he was talking to me about it, and he was saying, well, you need to have your actual registration card, and this pink slip doesn't work and all this stuff. And then finally I explained that like it's a new car, but I thought for a second that I was gonna get another ticket or a warning card or something, because for a while there he was really talking like I didn't have the right stuff, and I was about to be very disappointed and quite butthurt. So another eventful day in Harrisburg. The reason why I'm traveling to the city, I do have a family member in the hospital who I've been visiting, and it's nothing super serious, but I've been kind of going down there. So that's why, if you notice, the last 2 or 3 days, the vlogs, I've been going to the city, haven't really been doing much else because I don't have the time. So I figured I would finish up today's video with a Q&A, and hope you enjoy. We're gonna start here at the top on Instagram. As always, if you would like to follow me on Instagram at StreetSpeed717, feel free to do so. I often post up pictures and I tell people to ask their questions below. Thank you all very much, by the way, for 205,000 Instagram followers. That is fucking awesome. And I see a bunch of questions on the Andy and Nick situation, and they're going to make a video about it coming up very soon. So I'm glad that they're gonna be able to clarify and really talk about what's going on, because you know, I think Nick made a video where he was a little bit upset, and you know, there's no doubt that he is going to explain what he meant, and I feel like Andy at least deserves that. And you know, Andy definitely wants to talk about some things as well. So that's coming soon, and that's how I feel about it. The bottom line is, you know, we're all friends. This whole 717 team that people call it, or the crew, which is so fucking gay. We're not like a team or a crew. We're not like that. It's just that we're all a bunch of people that know each other. We're friends. We happen to make YouTube videos together, and I mean, we're all connected. We all, you know, pretty much started with me, and you know, I met Nick and Troy way back in the day. Then I met Andy and Shane a little bit later on. So you know, we're all just a group of friends who make YouTube videos who live in the same area code. That's what the 717 sort of family is. But it's nice to stick together. So I wanted to just cover that very briefly, and it's not as you know, as serious a situation. People love drama, people love that type of thing, but it's not, you know, everything can be dealt with professionally and like adults when you're dealing with a group of actual adults. Wanted to clarify that real quick because I've seen a few, and with that being said, let's get into it. 392 Challenger says 6 shot. Thank you. The picture I posted was of my orange McChicken VS 1517. What's your favorite thing about the McLaren? The favorite thing I would say is, God damn, there's a lot of good ones, man. That's a good question. There's a lot of good ones. Probably kind of the theater of it. You go everywhere and you put your doors up and it's like a whole thing. People love to look at it. Kids always taking pictures of it. So I do like that. Not so much, the attention is cool, but not just because I'm like a douchebag who wants people to look at my car. But when I was a little kid, I used to love looking at cool cars, and I always wanted to be that guy for those kids, the next generation, really. So for me to be that now is really cool. So that's why, like, you know, I love when I see kids taking pictures of it and stuff, and people talking about it. So that would be my favorite thing. But the car also is really fun to drive. I mean, this thing is amazing. I knew I would like it. Nobody's gonna not like driving a McLaren. But coming from the Corvettes, which is a totally different thing, I really wasn't sure if I would love the McLaren as much as I do. And I'll tell you what, man, it's a great, great car. It's underrated. People who have never driven one, you know, you might be inclined to say, oh, I don't like supercars, I'm not about that. And that's what you would say until you actually drive one, and this thing's fucking nuts. Let's see here, Ayala 0595, new Duramax soon, perhaps, but I'm not in a huge rush. Alex Aguera, favorite feature of the 570. Now we just talked about that. Pretty much the same question. J Cox 199, will you ever buy a C8 Z06? I'm gonna leave that up to Dirty Max Jack, who said he's buying one very soon. It's coming on the channel soon. I may or may not know some background info on that car, so it might be coming to his channel soon. Check him out if you haven't already, but I think the LS7, one of the coolest engines ever made. It'd be really cool to own one, but I don't see myself doing that in the near future, or really probably not on the channel. Maybe at some point down the line after we finish up the C5 project. What will be the first McLaren mod? That would be an exhaust. Stanced F-150, can I get a shout out? There you go. This kid 786 next mod for the 520S exhaust tune. Well, I do in fact have a 570S, and like we said, it will be an exhaust. Byron Dave 97, Steelers or Eagles? What do I look like? Steelers. JZ33, race Troy's McLaren. I've been trying to race Troy in his McDouble for a while now, and he just keeps making up excuses. So go over to Troy's Instagram, subscribe to him on YouTube, and let him know that I do want to race. I think maybe he's a little bit afraid, even though he seems to say that his car is a lot faster, but we shall see. A Blair 51, what's next for the Dirty Max? Please answer. Well, I am answering, and I'm not sure on the Duramax. I've done pretty much everything I can imagine to that truck, and I'm really happy with the way it performs and drives and everything about it. Just put on the train horn, so there's always going to be stuff coming for the Duramax, but nothing huge planned as of right now. Tommy Delinquents, MCSJ, what's your final plan for the C7? I'd like to see 8s with it at the drag strip, so whatever power figure I need to be there, which is, I'm guessing around 1200, somewhere in that neighborhood, so we'll see on that. Will Plam, you going to wrap the McLaren? I will eventually, but right now I'm loving my Volcano orange paint. D-Step34, what kind of performance mods will you do to the Mcchicken? Not much, because I do want to maintain my warranty. Now, I'm usually one, I bought my 2017 Z06. I didn't give a fuck about the warranty. I said, screw it right away, and I voided it within 2 weeks of buying the car. The McLaren, I need that warranty. Stuff is way too... I can buy a new Z06 for 70 grand and go out and just buy one, and that will make me that money back pretty quickly on the channel. A McLaren, if I need a new transmission, turbos, you know, pretty much anything, you need fucking brake pads, just figure you're gonna spend 20 to 30 grand on this car, so that's why I need that warranty. Corsa Performance, the company that makes the exhaust for my C7, what vehicle are you ashamed to love, hate to admit it, and will never buy? Mine is a Honda Fit. What car am I ashamed to love? I don't really know if there's a car I am ashamed to love. There's a couple cars that people love to rag on that I don't really mind. You know what it is? It's not one car in particular, but it's the small SUV segment. A lot of people love to like rip on it. Why do you need that? It's just a car, it's just a lifted car, like the Subaru Crosstrek or whatever. And people are like, why don't you buy a station wagon? There's a reason why nobody buys station wagons and why people love the little CUV, SUV things, and it's because it's cooler to sit up. And I like them. I like the whole segment. I love the way the new Toyota CHR looks, or the Honda CHR, the Honda HRV and the Toyota CHR. I think they look cool. So a lot of car people are totally against them, including my buddy Matt Moran. He doesn't like the CUV thing. I like him, Matt. I'm sorry, buddy. What is your camera setup, and would you ever do any videos on it? My camera setup is a GoPro Hero 4, and that's it. So there's really not much to make a video on. I've said that a few times, and it just shows that you don't have to have a fancy camera setup to have a YouTube channel. You know, a lot of people get so caught up, I've said this many times, people get so caught up in trying to have the fancy equipment and the editing software, and that stuff's great, and you can make cool stuff with it, but you don't need it, and that's the key. You don't need that stuff. Did you ever see your career going the way it did? No, I did not. I really had no... When I started making YouTube videos, a lot of people look at big channels now, and they look at the money and they say, oh, you know, I want to make that money. But honest to God, when I started making videos, I didn't even know you could make money on YouTube. So I made videos for a long time, and that's what you have to understand. You know, a lot of people do want to get into it for financial reasons, and I made videos for well over a year without seeing any money at all. I mean, like $150 maybe was a great month for me. And it took me over a year to hit 50,000 subscribers. And that's still growing really fast. You know, a lot of people, some people grind for a couple years and hit like 10,000 subscribers. So I'm very happy with how fast I grew, and I'm very grateful for that. But at the same time, you have to understand, it's been a long process. I've been at this now for going on 3 years. And not that that's a super long time, but it's definitely, you have to love it, and you have to be in it for the right reasons. And it takes a lot of dedication to do it every day and to follow your dreams. So it has to be something you like. We're gonna finish up with this one. Justin Nyman, how long have you had your bulldogs? Love your vids, by the way. Well, thank you. And I've had my bulls, I've raised them since they were puppies, and they are now 8 years old. So I think I was 15 when they were born, which is pretty cool to raise them all the way from them. And they look damn good for as old as they are. Hey guys, here they are. So there are the bulldogs that people love to ask about, and yes, they are brother and sister. Again, sorry that I have not been able to travel much with the hospital situation going on, but it should be cleared up in a couple of days, and then I can get back to the normal type of content. But I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you are stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. Take care. Have a great day.